is nearby. Windrunner only 400 gold away from that sheepstick. Windrunner as well doesn't have buyback, so at the moment it's Queen of Pain? Yeah, Queen of Pain and Anti-Mage, the two heroes on the dire team with buyback. Anti-Mage at 6k gold. He could buy a new big item, but then he won't have the buyback, so he's going to wait till he's a bit more farm before deciding to do that.
I think so. I think that makes perfect sense. Of course, because right now, if he doesn't have buyback, a single team fight could seal the game against him, which would be very, very painful. To see Windrunner just causing some trouble, just scouting uphill with her power shot. Windrunner, though, getting her own scythe, and Anti-Mage getting that, well, he's good enough for the heart right now if he really wants it. He's, in fact, picked up the Reaver. He's got enough for the heart as well as Recipe, but like you said, might just save for buybacks, because he's level 23. He needs 1,600 gold there for buybacks.
Yeah, the later this game goes, those buybacks do start to get very, very expensive. He is going to pick up that heart fairly soon. Windrunner has got the sheepstick now, and the Radiant team grouping around at top. They haven't got the Mirana there. Actually, they haven't got Shadow Demon either, so they're playing it slow as well. Shadow Demon has a sheepstick of his own, so both teams giving up some very, very big items. Queen of Pain even, only a couple hundred gold away from his sheepstick. Queen of Pain initiate on at bottom. There's a BKB, Blink, and there's going to be a TP coming from the Queen of Pain. Will survive, only with a couple hundred HP though.
Yeah, it did indeed nearly go down. It was looking a little sketchy from her. I'm blinking, trying to teleport Anna under a tower. It was taking a fair bit of damage. There's the Hex on Anti-Mage. Can they follow up with the stun? Here it goes, Magic Missile. Split Earth as well. Dead Anti-Mage. And this is why he's saving cash in case he needs to buy back. I think MUFC here, guys, they're going to push, try and force the buyback. Oh, never mind. Anti-Mage is just going to buy back anyway.
Yeah, you've kind of got it at this point. Just go for it. Let your opponents know, hey, you guys cannot push now. And Anti-Mage wants to get that lane, all those lanes, the lane equilibrium back in SM's favor now, as he's going to buy that right away. He's probably going to buy that heart now. With the buyback on cooldown, there's no point keeping 2k gold. He just needs another 500 and will pick that up. But with all those sheepsticks on the Radiant team, he is very killable.
Yeah, well, if you wanted that creep wave, it wasn't going to happen. Queen of Pain sorted that. Dropping her ult, and this is not good. Anti-Mage is out of buybacks, and Queen of Pain just blew her ults down for another 30 seconds or so. If they engage right now, they could struggle just a bit, although Earthshaker is ready to go with his own Blink and his own ult. Queen of Pain now, getting hers back. Fissure now just trying to hold this off. They really don't want to engage if at all possible. And Anti-Mage busy running away to go and pick up his heart bits, I guess. As, well, the Radiant not really engaging either. They're just sitting here. They're just sitting here, just... You know, gradually going to try and put a few hits in the tower, but they don't want to cluster up because there is a blinking Earthshaker on the other team. They really need this Panda to find a target to start brawling up the front and just take the attention away from their teammates.
Yeah, I mean, right now, MUFC are a bit reluctant as well. They should, as you said, they should maybe just try get a few pot shots on the tower every now and then, just chip away at it. Mirana does have a lot of damage, and I mean, every time the creep wave goes in, they can just do 3 or 4 hits and just keep on repeating. But now, Queen of Pain, Anti-Mage are leading the charge mid lane. Need to be careful. Panda's there, ready with a sheepstick.
And there's that stun. The BKB gets popped by. The Queen of Pain drops her ult. And down goes Vengeful Spirit, dropping a gem there as well. Mirana popping her ult, trying to save them. We've also got Shadow Demon here as well. Anti-Mage just farming that lane. Looks like Queen of Pain is going to get jumped and killed there.
Hardly hurt at all.
And just Blinky straight after AM blows the Hex on top of him. Anti-Mage should be able to get away though. A lot of armor. Left, right, and center plus a heart means he's going to be so damn hard to kill.
Yeah, now, with all those items, he is damn hard to kill, but with Sheepstick on, what, 2 of these? Oh, only 2. So Panda, Shadow Demon with the Sheepsticks, Mirana with a lot of physical damage. Those heroes can manage to take him out if they can chain those Disables and Sheeps, but still, I mean, Anti-Mage has the backup, the ES, the Windrunner. They've got some sheeps of their own. Queen of Pain... Actually, no, Queen of Pain has not bought his sheep yet, so we'll have to wait and see when that does come. And we are going to have a pause as we're now 51 minutes in. This game, it seems like neither team can make a break.
No, they're very, very even at the moment. It's really ground down to a serious stalemate. But in the end, I think this Anti-Mage is going to triumph, especially now that he's got his heart up and running. It's going to be very difficult to kill. Might even trade his... Power Trade's out for Boots of Travel now. I'm kind of seeing that in the near future as well. Just so, I mean, even the very late, if he dies, he can just buy back, immediately teleport back in the fight and cause all... And of course, you know, fat Anti-Mage, if he gets a second round, if he goes for round 2, really going to crack some skulls then.
Yeah, I think the later it goes, you do want to get those Boots of Travel, especially Queen of Pain with Boots of Travel. A hero that does really need the mobility around the map. Panda will probably see selling his phase boots at some point to get the boots of travel. The longer this goes, it's pretty much a very crucial item, especially to deal with that counter push that anti-mage is going to be constantly doing. And we're going to see just what these two teams can muster up as this game now. I mean, both teams just been poking back and forth, but neither wants to sort of go in. MUFC have been very reluctant to look for that Rax. I mean, these tier 3 towers are pretty much all still on full HP, and MUFC have taken out all those outer towers a long time ago.
Yeah, it is well, I suppose they've still got this... I suppose, well, right now, MUFC, they do have a bit of a buffer in their lane, and SpaceMonkeys looking... Well, they were looking sketchy for a while. I mean, MUFC were really hitting them so damn hard. SpaceMonkeys are trying to get a few ganks off, but like, you know, the don't kill me from ES. The ganks just sort of backfired just a little bit, and they've really been on the back foot, but now this anti-mage has really sort of hit critical mass. It is becoming harder and harder. Just because Marana, well, she's picked up a man. Oh, she's got a BKB as well now as well. But I don't know. Well, actually, she's sitting on 5,000 gold. All right. Well,
why the hell not?
Yeah, I'm kind of smelling a butterfly in her near future. That's my prediction.
Or a Divine Rapier. Divine Rapier with the Aegis. That's one of those games that could break the game and give MUFC that opening. With the raw damage there.
You're as bad as Bleak. You're as bad as Bleak.
Bleak, when he does this, it's not a trolling item. It's not an item like, oh, let's get Divine Rapier. It'll be fun. It'll make the game exciting. It's a seriously good item. Especially when you have the Aegis. There's some situations where you need to get it, even when you don't have the Aegis. I remember, I think it was Moscow 5 versus AL ages ago. It was back in the BenQ Clash tournament, the grand finals, which AL won. Dendy was playing as a stand-in for M5, and he got Rapier on Marana completely naked because M5 was so far behind. They needed something to get them back in the game. So he said, okay, I'm going to get a Rapier and see if this can get us back in the game, and it almost did.
Fair enough. I meant more for the fact that it's just instantly go to the Rapier, must have, in that sense. Because I mean, even when AL run, like he'll screw up the AL troll lineups just to build a Rapier. Like when you guys were going, well, this was I forget which tournament this was in, but yeah, we're supposed to be doing a full Blink lineup. Everybody buys a Blink dagger, and then Blink says, no, my Shadow Fiend is no longer buying a Blink dagger. I want a Rapier. It was very, very disappointing. We're looking for a big vacuum wombo combo with blinking Darkseer, blinking Shadow Fiend, blinking. I think there was Crystal Main on the team as well. All these heroes would have been so much fun. And he says, no, I want a Rapier. Just messed everything up. At the moment, though, it is looking tight, but the Radiant have held a steady gold advantage. I'll point this out. I mean, it was looking kind of bad, but they've still been building it. It's gone back in their favour. They're steadily getting it back. And I mean, Marana has been sitting, like she's been buying. I mean, she kind of bought the Black King bar all at once out of nowhere, and she's still got a ton of money.
And it's not just the Marana. I mean, that gold difference is not all going to Marana. It's going to the Shadow Demon, who has a Sheepstick and Yules. I mean, this Shadow Demon is rich.
Yeah.
4-star mech. He's pretty much maxed out, except for that magic one, which he'll probably sell, replace. I don't even know what maybe a Ghost Scepter or something. Leshrac, Aghanim Scepter, BKB, Drums, and Arcane Boots. That's a support Leshrac. And then the Vengeful Spirit only earns and trades. Has bought a couple of gems throughout the game, but it's still doing all right. The Dire team, though, not quite the same farm distribution. ES, quite poor. Same goes, I mean, Windrunner does have the Sheepstick now, but apart from that, is not really quite in the same league as heroes like this Shadow Demon.
No, definitely, he's surprisingly fast. Especially, he had a lot of pressure on early, too. He was struggling a bit, because ES kept popping down there, getting a few kills off every now and then. Was definitely very nice. And also, the Brewmaster is relatively well farmed. He's got the Blink, the Assault, the Sodom, not the Sodom, yeah. Heroes of New Earth. The Arcanum Scepter, as well as the Sheepstick. The Scythe, very, very dangerous. Do you think he might travels it up as well? Might just trade out those phase boots, get some travels up and running, and then take his last slot? Because, I mean, he's sitting on 3k. He's got a fair amount of money.
Yeah, I think travels will come eventually, but I don't know what else he'd go for. I mean, he's tanky enough as it is. He may just go for sort of pure damage, or someone mentioned before when he picked up the ultimate orb, he may go from Manta style. I actually think Manta style would be okay here, just for go in when you're raxing, when you're pushing, just cast Manta style and use it. Just use those illusions, create confusion, and also push down buildings quicker. I mean, it sounds kind of like, what's Manta style and Panda for? But in that situation, I actually think it would be okay, simply because there's not many other items to get on Panda at this point in the game.
Actually, speaking of the other team, though, the Dire team, alive still on anti-mage. I mean, he could do with the Vlad's being carried by someone. Who do you think? I think maybe Venomancer. If you can get a little bit... Actually, no. ES is sort of you go in first, he's likely to die. Maybe Windrunner if she get a bit of money, or Better Manager I suppose if he can maybe afford it. But he tends to die really fast of us just because he's so damn squishy. I mean, 1,000 health at 51 minutes in, you're gonna attract trouble, definitely. So,
yeah.
But I do feel that they could do with a Vlad somewhere on the lineup. Apparently we're still waiting. What is going on here? Oh wait, that's what I asked for. There is the total gold earned, total XP earned. Ah, okay. Now all I need is a total CS done, so I know exactly which team.
All the
I like graphs. I love graphs.
I think they're good. Like this, you can see the gold per minute, you can see the gold graph, you can see the XP graph, but you have to put it into context. It doesn't always tell the whole story. I mean, you can see teams. You can look at the CS, but you have to look at the towers. You have to look at who is the momentum and who is actually in a better position. And that's not all. It doesn't come down to GPM. GPM to me is a stat that reflects the actual who is winning. And it's not always something just to look at and say, oh, they've got more. That hero has more GPM. He's doing well. I mean, you have to look at at what cost are they getting that GPM. There's always some trade-off.
This is true, as it looks like Mirana's just going to finish up farming here, and we're back in the game finally, and nothing is happening because everybody is farming. And if we're to believe gods, they're all farming rapiers right now. Every single hero, get a rapier. 5 rapiers, 10 rapiers, why not?
More or less.
Why half-ass it?
Mirana, I definitely think should. I mean, with that said, MUFC are a pretty conservative team. They might not take that kind of a risk. Like you mentioned the butterfly. Definitely a possibility. Dallas is a possibility, or may just look to pick up the boots of travel and use that to sort of go around the map. As just with the MKD mount, it does have a lot of pushing power and damage.
Brewmaster though, sitting with 3.5k now, has to, well, right now, MUFC, they've sort of just screw it, turtling up a bit. They're really holding, like they really just want to get their farmer happening. And meanwhile, Anti-Mage sending illusions to Scout. I think he's just probing, trying to figure out whether or not he can continue hammering. Because this is a very, I mean, geez, he could backdoor that if he wanted to. Obviously, risky proposition, but he could do it. It is possible.
Yeah, one blink in, and that would go down instantly. Even with the backdoor protection, it would just go down. But yeah, as you say, even if he does manage to get it, TP's come back, he's not going to get the racks. The tower alone is not going to actually change the state of the game at all. And that's one of those things where it's a statistic that isn't really going to affect the game all that much, that tower being there. Whenever they go to push, the tower will instantly drop. It's not going to contribute at all. So we're going to see whether or not SM can pull this back. I mean, they've been behind for a while. They're now behind by over 12k gold. But with this anti-mage, there's still some prospects for them.
Oh, yeah, definitely. And now it looks like MUFC ready to go on the offensive once again, driving out this mid lane. In fact, Mirana still has the Rosh, the Aegis, actually. She doesn't have too much longer left.
Oh, Daedalus, never mind. I saw a new item, I was like, it's Divine Rapier? No, it's a Daedalus.
Daedalus, there we go. Gonna cause some wow, she's swinging pretty damn hard there. Arrow goes out, is gonna connect. Windrunner in the face. And there's the opening. And look there, the Brewmaster takes it straight away. Mass disable, they bring down Windrunner. The mech's gone, the swap out, good swap there. Queen of Pain trying to get away. Takes a lot of damage to Fisher, covering her escape. If Mirana...
2 huge crits in a row. Mirana cleaning up. Will lose the Aegis, and now the buybacks come. Both teams with plenty of buybacks. Left track looking for ES. ES has popped the Ghost Scepter, but will still go down. And now Mirana getting sheep, pops the BKB, taking a lot of damage, and Mirana will go down. Oh, Mirana leaps away. Queen of Pain will blink in. Is there a stream? The BKB is still on though.
I think she's kicking herself. She had the BKB up that entire fight. Like I think she was hoping to use it after the Aegis. And Anti-Mage is raxing. Anti-Mage took a rax while we were busy. Was he even involved in that fight?
I don't
He
know.
He mustn't have been, because he kind of run across there. He hasn't got travels.
He's going to kill Panda as well. Panda has buyback? Yes, Panda will buyback immediately, but Anti-Mage has taken a rax. Mirana at mid looking to take a rax, but I don't think Mirana can. Mirana's going to get picked off here almost if Anti-Mage can TP back in.
Yeah, well, he should have a TP up. I'm just checking him right now. Yep. Oh, okay, where is he? Oh no, he doesn't have a TP. He's walking back. All right.
He's gonna cut them off though, and this is risky.
I think he's mass ping saying, "Look out! You've got a giant carry coming up your ass here." He's got the Manta Style back up, ready to go. Blinks in, goes for Shadow Demon. Shadow Demon now suddenly in a lot of trouble. He's got his disables at Fissure. Well, not exactly a fantastic Fissure there. I think he might just let him go, or is he? Yeah, he says, alright, I'm going to let you go. They got what they came for. They got the
Roshan back
racks.
up now, though. Antimage scouts that Roshan is back up, so they know what is happening. They cheese as well as Aegis, and Mirana will definitely want this as Shadow Demon finds some Antimage illusions. And now, Roshan will be very, very important. Panda is at top. He's picked up a Reaver. He's going to make his way towards the Roach Pit as both teams. This will be a very decisive fight. SM, Antimage gets found. Chain stuns a Sheep. Antimage getting focused. ES comes in a bit late. Antimage goes down. Does he have buyback? Yes, he does. Immediately buys back and will look to come in and prevent MUFC from taking down Roshan. But Windrunner has dropped and Windrunner does not have buyback.
It was a good attempt from Windrunner to save on the 4-star there. But yeah, like you said, Windrunner's down. They've got Anti-Mage back up and running, but Earthshaker says, well, they really can't hope to 3v5 this, and they're going to have to let Mirana grab herself another Aegis. So I'm thinking, as well as a cheese, who are they going to get that to? It looks like, oh, okay. As I heard Queen of Pain ulting creep once again, just trying to drive that back.
Slow the push, and Antimage is also going to try to stop the push by counter-pushing at top. He's going to pressure either, or he can't pressure mid or bottom Raxus because the tier 2 tower's up, so he can only really pressure the throne and those tier 4 towers, but I think he's just going to have to TP back and defend at this rate, although I think they're going to just let these Raxus drop.
Yeah, they've already lost the tower. There's the Banish there, as well as the slow. Split Earth does clean up Venomancer. He is very, very squishy. Anti-Mage is back. Mix pops the BKB, going toe-to-toe there with the Brewmaster. He's not actually... Wow, he gets forced to blink out. Swap back in, I think. Gets Hex. This is in some serious trouble. No, that's Queen of Pain, not Anti-Mage. Never mind. Long-range swap regardless. Anti-Mage sitting up here. The slows get thrown down on Venomancer, who has returned to the fray. Gets cleaned up once again. Echo Slam there from Earthshaker. Oh, wow! 1,000 damage crit! What was that? From the Brewmaster?
Or was it from the Mirana? I think it would have been from the Mirana.
It could have been from Mirana, actually.
Yeah.
That was a big crit. Out of nowhere, just a complete...
Mirana, Antimage wants this Mirana. Mirana will pop the Moonlight Shadow, and now they need a Sheep. They need something to lock down this Antimage. Sheep is up on the Shadow Demon, and Antimage will drop. This is going to be game over now. The team wipe is complete. Antimage no buyback. No one has buyback, and SM put up a great fight. They took the Rax advantage, but in the end, there's just too much. There's too much ability for MUFC to pick heroes off. They've got the Sheep 6, they've got the initiations, and they are going to take the throne. What a great finish to a very close tight game.
That was indeed. It was quite slow, and then suddenly erupted there. Mirana, 1,000 damage crit, then a 995 one right after that on Anti-Mage, completely hammering. That Daedalus pick, that was definitely a great last buy there, I've got to say. Fantastic, did so much damage. But guys, you've been listening to Gods and Triumph Man cast MUFC versus SpaceMonkeys. SpaceMonkeys so damn close, almost had this one. Had those tier 2 towers not been still standing in the mid and the bottom lane, I honestly think the anti-mage pressure continually pushing might have been enough, but still in the end, MUFC edging them out, and they will move forward, well, they will score themselves another point in the group stage. But coming up next very soon, we've got... What have we got? We've got SpaceMonkeys versus Team Orange, of course, the mighty Team Orange. So stay tuned for that, guys.